Hey there all you GRRRL travelers, thank you for joining me again. Today I thought I'd do a very special video for you that has been brought to you by 20,000 YouTube subscribers and my Patreon patrons. I want to thank you all for supporting me on this journey and watching my channel, subscribing, donating. The situation that I'm in right now, I haven't been able to find a way to fund my travels, and in the past I always have. And so anytime travel or trips can come up and I can make them happen so that I can YouTube them for you or blog them for you, then it feels like a gift to me. And within the past year, having some of you donate to my videos and to encourage me to continue making them has been another miracle and blessing to me as well. So I want to thank all of you for just being there for me. I knew that once I passed 20,000 subscribers, it would feel very special to me, and that I want to do a video for you on the 50 random things that you didn't know about me. I'll share with you some of the random things that I've thought of. At the end of the video, I'll cover some of the questions that you all have or have had about me and me as a traveler. Just a quick insert here. I will be splitting this video up into two parts. Whenever I start my introduction, I never really know how long this video is going to be until I go through edit, and editing usually tells me how long the video is going to be, and if it's way too long, then I'll want to split it up. Also, this video has two different vibes, so please check out for the next one that's coming up. If I were a superhero, what superhero powers would I have? Having watched the last X-Men, I don't think I'd choose anything like time travel. I was thinking about it. I'd be going back and forth tweaking things because I'm a perfectionist. That would be just like endless. I might consider mind control. That might be interesting. Watch my videos and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon account. I would say flying or breathing underwater, and that's because they're the majority of the type of dreams I have. Next up, I am 5 feet 8 inches. Although my ideal height when I was young was 5 feet 10 inches. And what would I do if I won the lottery? I would probably use a majority of that money to send my parents off to trips, regular trips to Las Vegas, because you don't know, my parents really love Las Vegas. As well as treat this house to a nice fine upgrade. Like everything here in this house is very old, and my parents believe in saving and not throwing away anything until it breaks. And even if it breaks, then you still keep it because it might still be useful. And then of course, I know you guys are thinking I would probably use it for travel, and I might. I know a lot of you folks have questions about what type of ethnicity I am. I am Hapa, mixed. I'm half Japanese, or probably a little bit more than half Japanese. Hawaiian, the Ka'aloa, it's named by blood. That's supposed to be a needle poking into my skin. And then I'm German Chinese, mystery solved. Somebody commented on my video and they're just like, why are you acting all Western when you're Asian? It's disgusting. I was just like, I would love to say that my family is exotic enough to be like, you know, from a different country. But the truth is, I'm 4th generation, which means my parents have been born and raised here. My grandparents have been born and raised here. Their parents have been kind of born, wait, no. Well, that's where it kind of like gets a little sketchy. Now, sad but true is I'm still not a master at using chopsticks. And so one of my fears is that I'll be sitting next to a Caucasian person who'll be better at using chopsticks than me, and someone will call me out on that. I should know how to use chopsticks because I was born and raised with them. I don't really have a lucky number. But if I did, it would probably be something odd. Now, pets. I've actually had a long string of pets in my lifetime, and that's because my family's been very interesting and oddball. A goat, a pony, a mongoose, several generations of dogs, fish that didn't last longer than a week. I kept trying, I really did, but they just didn't want to stay alive. Cats and a piglet. Unfortunately, the piglet only lasted like a night because I got a runt. My grandfather had a pig farm, and he gave me his runt, and she died overnight. And some chiclets. I am a horrible liar. I can't even do a little white lie. What I will do so that I don't hurt another person's feelings, because I'm very conscious about not hurting people's feelings. What I will do is I will rephrase it in a different way, or I might offer critique. Why not try this instead? I think this would be a better option. It might make you look slimmer. That might still be kind of offensive, but I try and do it in a way that's least offensive. Between cookies and chips, I am a cookie person. I love my sweets. My favorite color is, actually it's gone through periods. I love white. White. Blue. I was never a pink person. Orange is now my favorite color. That's the color I use in the logos and my website. It embodies the whole idea of determination, perseverance, instinctual, empowered energy, and that's why I like it. It's explosive, but it's also very directed and determined. So that is if you wanted to know, that is the reason why I choose orange. I feel more comfortable speaking to like a large group, like I'd say like 50 to 50 plus, you know, like stadiums or concert halls. I'm fine with public speaking. But if you were to throw me into a party situation in a group of 2 or more people, I'd be like a party dud. My favorite books to read are not fiction. I'm not into fiction at all. I'm more into, this is kind of boring, how-to manuals and self-help and self-improvement books, and that's because I'm always trying to figure out how to engineer my realities. My 2 biggest fears are stagnance and regret. So if I ever wanted to motivate myself to do anything, to take a trip or to take that next step into a scary spot, then I would just look very deeply at stagnance and regret. My first real 9-to-5 job was actually teaching ESL in Korea a few years back. I've always been freelance. I was freelance and I was traveling the world through the hobbies and the career pursuits that I already had. My favorite countries: India, Thailand, France, and I want to revisit Morocco at some point also. My favorite travel films of all time so far are, this is like my favorite films in general, The Bourne Identity. That series takes place over the spans of different countries, and I don't know, I have a thing for spy movies, like just like the Harry Potter series is another one. I mean, that's just like the stretch of the imagination. Under the Tuscan Sun, because I love Diane Lane, and that's just about the personal solo travel journey. Romance is occurring with the country and the people, and not like, you know, a man and a woman. What I liked about this movie was that everything else was the focus. The adventure, the journey of being alone on your own was the focus. Lord of the Rings. I know that's so like years ago. It was a journey that I was hooked in for, and these are movies that I will watch over and over and over again. My secondary movies will probably be things that are like a lot more musical and dance oriented, like say Moulin Rouge or Bollywood films, that kind of stuff. Favorite holiday? Christmas. Always home for the holidays. Almost every Hawaii person has to come home for Christmas holidays. Even Obama. It's a very family-oriented place. I see myself first and foremost as a creator. I never travel just for travel's sake. I always have to have a purpose. I always have to feel like it's for a purpose. So travel is something I enjoy doing while I'm also pursuing something that I am passionate about. When I travel, obviously my purpose these days is partially to blog it as well as YouTube it, and to learn more about the culture. Before, I used to travel a lot for art. Either I was interested in exhibiting in different countries, or I wanted to learn about their art practices there. There are times that I was interested in dance and, you know, would travel and take workshops. Everything was always encouraged on by purpose. In high school, I had a 2-foot standing vertical. A standing vertical is where you stand and you jump, and they measure and you reach for something and they measure your height, the height of your jump. And it was 2 feet, and that's because I was playing volleyball and I was very serious about it. I wanted to get recruited, I wanted a scholarship, which spills into I did play for college. I was recruited for college, got a scholarship, and I played my first year for a college that won the NCAA Division III championships. So I actually have a championship ring too for volleyball, women's volleyball. I find symbolism in everything, and like I believe in synchronicity, and so I had this little word box where I cut out different words and phrases and started collecting them because I was an artist at the time, and you know, I need to generate ideas, and there's a lot of words that I cut out. A word fell out. This says a bullet in his brain. Even kind of like do things like this. I have an amazingly supportive family. They are my biggest blessing and probably biggest curse. No, I think I'm my biggest curse, but they're my biggest blessing, and they've always been supportive of everything I do. And I know there's these Asian mom videos out there. They're just kind of like knocking the Asian mom, how, you know, like Asian parents are very like strict and you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer. And I ended up being a fine artist, and my parents were just like, we still love you. There are times that I don't feel like I deserve such a good family. Even my sister, she's just like, yeah, so supportive of me. I'm kind of like the least common denominator in my family. I feel like at times, you know, because my sister's very successful and my parents are always just there and unconditional. Below, let me know what you thought about the video and what you'd like to see in terms of travel videos or travel tip videos in the future. Each week I will be posting another video, and I usually publish anywhere from Thursday to Friday. Pacific Standard Time, Hawaii. Anything related to these videos, look down in my description box, because sometimes I leave links to either a written guide that's connecting to the video, or just kind of like an update of the equipment that I'm using to create this video, okay? Additionally, if you believe in what I do, you support what Girl Traveler videos are all about, then please support my Patreon campaign. Click on the link below. Any amount is going to be appreciated, and it only helps me to maintain my travel blog, my equipment when it breaks down, and it helps to keep me going, really. And a lot of times I have to work extra hard, or even on the side, to help afford these things, and there's a point where I might not be able to do it. I'm not sure. This year is like testing ground. So until then, travel safe, smart, and fun. I will see you on the road, and may the grrr be with you.